I knew there was a T, I forgot. Alright, number 62 is Holotheli inci, the Trinidad olive. This is Abbey, around a 2.5-inch female, possibly the best communal species available out there in the hobby. 63, Lassidora difficilis, the fire red bird eater. 5-inch female named Dora. Here's another Lassidora that I have. It's actually one of my smaller ones, or the smallest so far. Is my Lassidora klugi, the Bahia scarlet bird eater. His name is Neatgrowth, around a 2-inch unsexed. I haven't really sexed him to find out if it's a female or male. Hopefully female, but we'll have to see when it molts. Alright, next 5 I'm going to be showing you are Lassidora parahabana, salmon pink bird eater. So these are my largest specimens. This one here is Lawrence. He's a 6-inch male. And Daisy, who is a 5-inch female. And here are my other 3. That's Daniela, about a 4-inch female. Here's Goma, 3-inch female. She's the smaller one. And Pierre is actually getting much more bigger now, around 5.5 inches. Not fully mature yet, but he's a big boy. This one here is not a tarantula, but it's a diplorid, Lenotheli megathaloides. This is Hannah, hopefully female. Very unique megalomorph. So this tea should be fresh into your minds. This is George, my 5-inch male, Megaphabema robustum, Colombian giant redleg. The next 3 are going to be my Nandu species. This here is Nadia, 3.5-inch female, Nandu crematus, the white-striped bird eater. Here's Darius, male, Nandu tripepi, the giant strawberry blonde bird eater. One of the largest of the genus, 8 inches, as females. And over here, if I can get my light to show it to you, is my Nandu Colorado villosus, the Brazilian black and white. Very bad hairs. Not sure if you can see this one very well. This one here is Ophelia, 4-inch female, Arachnotour auratabalius, the Thailand fringe. Number 75, Psalmopoeus antinus, the Bolivian steely blue leg. This is Jade, about a 7-inch female, mature. This will be my future breeding project. I have a pair of Psalmopoeus platyama, the pink bloom bird eater. So this is Nicola, a 5-inch immature male. And I'll draw your attention to Sophie, just about an 8.5, 9-inch mature female. Just look at the difference between the female and the male. Alright, number 78 is Polynobius muticus, formerly known as Citharaceus crocheti, the king baboon. That's Alice. Yep. Rolled all the way down to the floor. Number 79, possibly my fastest growing New World terrestrial, as well as the most defensive and aggressive, is Thrigmopoeus cancerides, the Haitian brown bird eater. It's about a 4.5-inch female named Isabella. Alright, tea number 80. This is perhaps my most favorite pokey of all times. This one here is a Poecilotheria bara, or formerly Cephusca lowland, the lowland ivory ornamental. about a 6-inch female named Charmaine. Number 81 is a Poecilotheria fasciata, Sri Lankan ornamental. This one is a juvenile male, around 2.5 inches. Number 82, Poecilotheria formosa, the Salem ornamental. 6-inch mature female named Salem. Species is characteristic of having purple highlights around the body. This pokey is not often very visible. You can make out the blue right over here. So that is a P. metallica, Goody sapphire ornamental, named Mia. She's most likely going to be a female, around 2.5 inches. T number 84. This is Miranda, my 5-inch female Poecilotheria Miranda, the Bengal spotted ornamental. An awesome pokey. Now for my pair of Poecilotheria ornata, the fringed ornamental. This one here is Aria, 2.5-inch suspect male. And here is Joelle, 7-inch adult female, P. ornata. I'm not going to take this one out because she is really fast. And very defensive too. Alright, so now for another pair of Poecilotheria. These are Pederseni, ghost ornamental. This was Amy. She is the recent one in my collection. She likes to burrow. And this one here is Alexia, who I might name him Alfred II, because this one might be another male. Just because of its colors. Alright, number 88 is my Regalis female. This is Pandora. This is not the one I'm going to mate with Code Dark 2 because this one is way past her molt cycle. So hopefully she's going to molt and maybe I'll try to mate with him. This is Zelda. This is the P. Regalis female that I'm going to be mating with Code Dark 2's male. As you can see, she is a very beautiful specimen, around 8 inches. I'm going to feed her right now, so see how she eats. There we go. Start giving her mealworms every day, so that way I can try to mate with his male, which you're going to see right now. And here's Code Dark 2's mature male that I'm going to be breeding with Zelda, the one you just saw. His name is Link, so hopefully he'll be ready this week for a good mating video. Okay, another pair of Poecilotheria. This one here are Rufilata, the red slate ornamental. I'm going to show you Caitlin, my 6.5-inch mature female. And here is Sephora, a sling that I got from Mac and Cass, way down below. Alright, now I have another pair of Pokies. This one here is Striata, the Mysore ornamental. This is Darcy. She is pretty quick and super sensitive to light, so I'm going to be pushing her away from it. And this is Sora, who's likely to be a female. I'm not sure, but bird way down there looks exactly like the one I just showed to you. Alright, this is a very rare Pokie, 1 in 10 in Canada. Poecilotheria smithi, the yellow-backed ornamental. Here's Allison, she's probably around a 2-inch suspect female. I'm not sure. And there she is. I've just shown you this tea in my recent update video. This is my freshly molted Poecilotheria Safasca Highland. This is the Candy Highland ornamental. And her name is Candy, spelled with a K. Also a very beautiful looking pokey. And this is my last pokey I'm going to be showing you. Is my Poecilotheria tigrina wesseli, the Wessel tiger ornamental. Tina, she is a 3-inch, likely female. Alright, next three I'm going to be showing you are my Psalmopoeus species. I have 3 of them right over here. So we'll begin with number 98, I think. P. erminia, Venezuelan sun tiger, 4.5-inch female named Josie, who should be going into pre-molt very soon. Has been accepting food for about 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, nice species. This one here is my 7-inch female P. cambridgei, Trinidad chevron. Has been mated once, so hopefully she might produce a sac. I'm not sure, but I'll be optimistic about this one. And the last Psalmopoeus that I have is a Psalmopoeus pulcher, Pama blonde, 4.5 inches. Rosalina is her name. Okay, so these 3 rarely ever come out, but these are my Thrigmopoeinae species. So 101, oh, this one's out, is my Thrigmopoeinae cordatus, the Kilimanjaro mustard baboon. That is Narissa. She's a almost 3-inch female. Here's Star, adult female Thrigmopoeinae lagardi, which is the Fort Hall baboon, or Dodoma baboon, in that little hole. And this one we'll never see is my OBT. Hopefully I'll be able to see that one in a nighttime video, hopefully. So there's a cricket there, so maybe she's in pre-molt. Alright, number 104 and 105 are my pair of Australian species. So this one right here is Nicole, Selenocosmia crassipeeps, the Australian whistling spider. As you can see, the legs over here. An obligate burrower. And this one here is Selenotypus species Glonalva, the Australian Glonalva blonde whistling tarantula. Terry, about a 2.5-inch suspect male. Here is Eva, 6-inch female Selenocosminae species. Yes, I know it's a subfamily, but we're technically not really sure of what genus this falls into. Relatively sure that this could be a Selenocosmia species because this particular one comes from Thailand, so she's pretty mean. And she's going to go inside her burrow. Let's have a look at that. So if you see that little yellow blob over there, well, that is my Stromatopelma calceatum, the feather-leg baboon. Her name is Xena. She's about a 3.5-inch female. Number 108, you could probably see the leg over here, is a Tapinauchenius eleni, the Ecuadorian red tree spider, or the gold tree spider, as some people like to refer it to. Alright, still not done. I think this is number 109, or maybe lost count already. Tapinauchenius gigas, orange tree spider. So this is the stub-out female named Barb. Also got it from PDDM 89. And these are the 8 slings that I have from the egg sac of 30 that I got from Tarantula Canada when I loaned Mr. Leahy my mature male. Alright, this is number 1 over here. Number 2. There's another one. Gives you an idea of how I house arboreals. 4. Alright, let's try to count. This is 114. 115. There's another one. Pretty fat one. And the last one. 117. Number 118 is Tapinauchenius Sancti Vincenti, the St. Vincent's tree spider. Also a very rare Tapinauchenius species in the hobby. This one here is a full-grown 3-inch female. Number 119, my big mature male, Theraposa sturmi, Burgundy Goliath bird eater. He's about 10-11 inches. Number 120, my 9.5-10 inch mature female, Theraposa sturmi, Burgundy Goliath bird eater. Hopefully gravid. She's been mated around 6 times already. Hopefully she's going to be dropping me a sack within a month or 2. Last 2. Here's Vita, 4-inch female Vitellius Sorocabie, the Brazilian striped bird eater. And as well as Genesis. This is my suspect male who's in heavy pre-molt. Should be molting anytime soon. Zenithus emanus, the Colombian lesser black tea. And how can I forget my little Maggie, just freshly washed from the groomers. Female Shih Tzu. Hey. High five. Kimpa. Alright, bring her down. Sweet. And if you check my channel page, you'll notice that I have the correct number, as well as I have a list of all the species that I have. So I do hope you enjoy this awesome video, and stay tuned for the expo video tomorrow.